Hello and welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So this reading vlog is going to be about Patsy. And Patsy is a Jamaican woman who decided that she wants to pursue other things in life and she's struggling. She has a 5-year-old daughter and she's living with her mother and they have a complicated relationship. So she took that leap of faith and got a visa where she's coming to America and pursuing some dreams. Now, I started this, the end of last month. I think I got up to, I don't know when I started this. I started this when it came out on the 4th, I believe it came out. Whatever day it came out, guys. I can't remember. And I've only gotten to one chapter, and then I put it a little bit because I wanted to get on with some books that I had started. So this morning I picked this up and I'm around 139 pages and this book is everything so far. There is now I've read up to the part now she's in America. She's with her friend. They were very close growing up in Jamaica, and that friend is now married with a child, and there's like a complicated relationship going on there with her family, and things are happening and changes are happening to her that she doesn't quite get why. It's kind of having that American dream. You come here, you're expecting certain things and you realize nope, that's not how it really is. But this book has grabbed my attention. What I do love about it so far, it's not just a point of view of Patsy, it's also her 5-year-old daughter who is now living with different people in Jamaica. She's wondering about where her mom is, that kind of abandonment issue that she's dealing with already, and it's heartbreaking, but I do love that she captured that part. So I want to continue reading this for the rest of the day. And then we have this person over here.
Hi guys. Hi.
And she kind of want me to watch TV, and I'm like, are you kidding me? This book is so good. I need to continue this. I mean, I'm just hoping it ends the way it's supposed to, because I'm loving it so far that I'm like, nah, don't this book better be fire for the rest of it, because 139 pages and it's like 400 something page and I can't stop like talking about it.
Seriously, she cannot.
So yeah, we're gonna continue this, guys. We're gonna continue this. So we are today making
keto fried rice.
So we have some zucchini. We have 2 kinds of pepper, actually 3 kinds of pepper, and we have asparagus and scallions. So it smells great. Yes,
Smells really good.
so we just frying up a little, because I did the zucchini at first, get it a little nice and brown a little, and then I just put the other stuff in there. So now I am going to add, I don't want everything to overcook, so we have the cauliflower, which is what we use
Instead of rice.
instead of rice. So I am stir frying this. And let it cook for a few minutes. Not too long, because you don't want it to overcook. You don't want to feel a crunchiness that gives you this idea that you know rice, even though it's not no damn rice.
It smells really good.
And then we have in the oven, ooh,
jerk chicken wings, guys.
yes. So
Look at that. Wow.
we're gonna eat. Oh, let me get the light on so you can see better.
Ooh.
So we have the wings in the oven, and that's what we're gonna eat it with. So she's never had keto meal, so
This is gonna be my first
we'll see
actual
how
meal,
she
guys.
really feels about this.
I'm gonna tell you guys, you know, some people out there, oh, keto, oh my god, it's the best thing since sliced bread. I'm not gonna do that. If the meal don't taste good, I'm gonna tell you say it don't taste good. But so far,
But she tried
I
this
had
morning.
the blueberry almond something. What was
No,
it?
it was blueberry almond flour waffle.
I'm not saying it was Aunt Jemima's, but the something did taste good. It did taste really good. I'm impressed. Even the sugar-free syrup, I was very impressed by that. So far so good with the keto. I'll let you know how this cauliflower something imitation rice tastes, and keep up with us, guys.
Yeah, we see how long she lasts on this, guys.
Alright, so I already know how chicken tastes, but I'm gonna try the rice first. The rice. Let's see. Maybe fancy.
Stupid.
It doesn't taste like what I expected it to taste like.
What you thought it was gonna taste like?
I don't know, like, I don't know.
What it tastes like to you?
It tastes good. It just tastes like a bag of vegetable just chop up.
You thought you were gonna taste rice?
It tastes.
Why would you think you're gonna taste rice? It's cauliflower.
It tastes good though. So, is there a portion size that you only have to eat?
Well, when you start eating healthy, you're not gonna be eating a whole big, plate full of food. Cause I get full quicker now. All right, thumbs up. All right. Hello. So today I am still reading Patsy. Now I am halfway through it. Today I didn't get to read as much, but it's been a busy weekend, and today it was just had other stuff going on. But Patsy so far, yeah. And sorry about my voice. I know I sound real hoarse. I've been losing my voice, but Patsy is a character now that. There are moments that I had to scratch my head. She is making these decisions. She's fortunate. She's getting support from the people who are in similar situation as she's in. But she's also making really bad decisions. And there was a particular part where she couldn't lie to save her life and to keep her job. And it made me laugh so hard, and I'm like, oh my God, this girl is an idiot. But it's something about her personality that you can't help but like, even though a part of you is like, she's just not right. So that's the way I can put it. But I'm really enjoying this. I even, spotted my name in the damn book. And I was like, oh yes, I don't recall ever reading my name in a book. I'm looking back and thinking all the books I've read. I don't recall my name in a book ever. So I was just super, super happy when I saw my name. I'm like, yes. And people are always asking me where the hell I get my name from. I'm like, it's a Jamaican name. It's very popular in Jamaica, but of course in America, people think it's just weird. But I'm going to continue and, give you more updates on how I feel. And, hopefully I finish this. I'm hoping in the next 2 days I can finish this, and I'll do a wrap up and tell you overall feels for the book. But I'm enjoying it so far. So I'm going to have her try out this cauliflower mac and cheese.
I'm very excited about this. So I never expected it to look this good, guys. Out of everything, out of the waffle, the fried rice, this is what I'm excited about.
So let's see. Is that hot? Yeah.
This is good.
Okay, you might want to slow down before you burn yourself. All right, can you get with this keto life?
I can get with the keto life. This is really nice. This is actually pretty good. It's hot though. This is really good.
All right, another thumbs up. So far, she likes the food. So guys, I am literally less than 50 pages actually left in this book, and I don't want it to end. I'm really surprised how good this book is and how the story wasn't what I expected. I'm definitely gonna talk more about this when I do my when I'm finished. But the story is thought-provoking,
It's very
right?
good.
So, you know, Mel is here, of course, because you're going to see her through the video with our taste testing of keto food. But just so many things that's relatable, and then there's so many things that makes you wonder what would you do if you were in that position, especially being an immigrant. And it also touched on sexuality in a way that is different and not what I expected, but it does make you think of certain things.
And it's not overpowering.
Yes, it's not, you know.
Yeah, it's not like...
I love how she addressed the sexuality in this book. Yeah, but we are going to definitely talk more about it once I'm done. And I'm just like milking the last 50 pages, you know, and, you know, because I really enjoyed this book so far. But yeah, but that's it for the day. No. So guys, today we are trying
keto pizza.
Cauliflower pizza. So we have toppings we have broccoli, we have peppers, we have and ground turkey. So she's gonna try for the first time, and we'll see. Now the crust was a little done for my liking, but
I don't mind.
she says she don't care.
Yeah,
so we'll
I don't
see.
really mind.
Alright.
Alright guys, look at this. Can we appreciate this nice slice of pizza? Keto pizza. Let's see, it's hot. This isn't bad at all. Peter told me that the crust wouldn't have been so firm, but it's really, really firm. I like this.
Alright, I'm winning, guys. I'm winning with the keto.
If you try these recipes, I can guarantee that you're gonna stick being keto friendly. Because this is actually pretty yummy. I'm sorry I look so sloppy.
You know this is going right on my YouTube, right?
I've never tried broccoli on pizza, but you know, this is good. Guys, I might actually be keto. I might actually go to that keto life, you know what I mean? This is pretty good, keto.
So guys, another thumbs up. I think you're gonna cuss.
I'm sorry. You almost fell.
So guys, I am going to be doing my wrap up now. And I finished Patsy yesterday, and I ended the book feeling so emotional and drained that I needed a little bit of time to soak in how amazing this story is. This is a book I felt was a lot of Caribbean, especially Jamaican, autobiography. There's so many things in this book that's relatable and that is so true, and that needed to be shared, and have this kind of sympathy, as well as a responsibility of talking about these things that are very sensitive. There's so many themes in this book. You have sexuality, you have love, you have parenting, you have family, you have assault issue, you had violence, you have stories of finding yourself, and of course the big one, which is immigration, and the wants and the need, and how sometimes conflict with each other, where you are making decisions that affect so many other people. There's this idea of pride, of failure, and how sometimes that is greater than the love that you have for a person. In this book, there's so much things that you can go on, and there's so much discussion you can have about this book, but I'm going to touch on a few things that I felt was so personal, and also some things that I felt, unfortunately, is so true and so painful at times, to know that my beautiful island have people who are feel this way, especially about sexuality. The first chapter started out with a bang. There was this sentence that I'm going to read for you guys, and it says, "While people will pardon convicts, drunks, and men who will fuck goats, cows, dog, and the children. They are suspicious, almost terrified of a woman without a family and no religion. Jesus is the only viable excuse a young woman can use to deny the penis. When I read that, I literally wanted to scream, because I'm like, how gripping is that, and how true that is, and how sad it is as well. So anyone who is struggle with their sexuality in an island that have so many people feel this way, they're going to sometimes make decisions that are not great. And in this case, we have a character who is, fell in love with a woman and chased a woman across the world, because that woman made her feel whole. There's a particular sentence where she looked at the woman as someone who is part of her. And that's because as you learn about Patsy, you're learning about her childhood, you're learning about the things she experienced, and how much this particular woman, at the time a young girl, had become her somewhat of a savior, somewhat of a person that can make her not think about what she has experienced. And that friendship bloomed into a love that she held on to, because she didn't know who she was, and she didn't know how to deal with the pain and the treatment she's received, even from her own mother. There's also that idea of religion in this, and religion played a major part in this story, because it showed how sometimes religion can be used as a crutch to treat people a certain way, or to behave a certain way, without necessarily getting the actual mental help you need. And I even talked about it when I talked about in Queenie, where you have characters who in that book, where it's kind of like religion is the only way, but it's not really dealing with the root cause and the issue of the person's reason why they are the way they are. It's more of used as a clutch, and not necessarily as getting help. Actually getting counseling, actually going to your pastor or whoever your spiritual person is, and ask for help, instead of just saying, oh, I'm just a religion, I'm going to read the Bible, but that's it. So that part of the story is just so gripping. But in this story too, you have a young girl who is left at 5 years old to fend for herself, in terms of not knowing there really to get to make sure that mentally she's okay. She's still fortunate because she was with a family, her own family, in terms of it was her father, stepmother, and her siblings, her brothers. But she is left with that idea that her mother will return. That was so devastating to read, and to see how 10-year journey of her waiting and not knowing anything. And it made me think of myself, because I felt so grateful and loved reading that part, because I was that 7-year-old whose mother told her, she'll be back. And I am very lucky and fortunate to have a loving mother that kept her promise. And we had the barrel, and the barrel had things I wanted. We had phone calls, and I was also had visa where I was able to come to America and visit her. And it still has, I still had a feeling of void sometimes, because I was at that critical stage of becoming a teenager, and I didn't get that motherly experience. But at the same time, I knew my mother, where my mother was. I had communication with my mother. So when I read that, I felt so sad for the character, because I don't know what I would have done if I was left neglected and not knowing anything about my own mother. And so that part was hard. And there's like another line where she says, the absence of a mother is more dignified than the presence of a distant one. And I thought, when she said that, I was just kind of, I wanted to really feel sympathy for her, but it was kind of hard. And you know, me and Mel was talking about this, and she can't get over that part. Is for her, that part is hard for her to like Patsy in terms of her neglecting her mother, you know, neglecting her responsibility as a mother. And versus I, on the other hand, I wanted to get to why, and I wanted to not judge her for that, even though I think as a mother that's just the worst thing you could do to your child. There's also that immigration stories that you hear all the time. You know, I known people who did the legal route and didn't have the paper and all that, and were able to get it eventually. But I've heard their stories. I even have recently a friend of mine, and he was in this country 19 years and finally is legal and is actually in a few days heading back to Jamaica to visit for the first time. And he held on to the fact that his grandmother is 95 and he wanted to see her before she passed. So he was so thrilled about going back, but also so nervous. And so I felt for him, and he told me so many horror stories of how he was able to survive all those years without proper documentation and not being able to get proper jobs and sleeping in Eastern Parkway on the bench in Brooklyn, and all these things I've heard. And then there's also those stories of Fiona, the character in this, who, you know, was there to help. You know, she's also in a bad situation, but you know how sometimes you meet people who are there and able to bond with you and help you, and you struggle together. There's also another character in this that I really love, and his name is Barrington. And Barrington is that character, was so gripping. His life, his experience, and it makes you think of so many things that that people go through and how they hold on to it, and how sometimes, you know, they don't realize how, as tragic as their life story is, it's an inspiration to someone else. And in this case, he was an inspiration to Patsy, and it was something that she needed, and he was able to open her eyes to certain things that she was doing. And it was so, I mean, it was just his part of this is just, it literally made me gasp of you know, how he was dealing, and the failure that he felt. But I really love that character in this story for how, you know, important that he was to her, and how inspiration he was to making a better decision. There's also moments of love, and you know, and there's Claudette, and I thought that was she was the perfect character, the perfect person for to Patsy. And you know, even with the sexuality in this story, it wasn't it was beautiful, and I just felt so like reading. I love reading stories that even have LGBT theme, and have this such a love for it, where you want that character to have that person that make them feel good, but also a person that makes them grow and makes them be a better person. And that's what you see in this, even for True. And there's a period in the time when she's translating and not really sure of how she feels about herself, or how she feels about her sexuality, and you know, having people in her life who didn't judge her harshly. I also want to talk about the fact that this book took place started in 1998, and it's about over 10-year span. And even though Jamaica still have this harsh gay culture, it's not as harsh as it was back then. I think now, you know, Mel just came here a year ago. She's in school here, and you know, she was even talking about it, where she said, you know, openly gay is not as crucified as much as it used to, where that fear of death and all these things. But she does say that transgender are still dealing with it harsh. Transgender are still, or most of the time, if you hear a death of someone who's gay, is usually someone who's transgender. So that part of my island is still not positive, and it's still heartbreaking to know that people are losing their life because of who they are. So but overall, it's a book that I feel like is so important. I'm so happy she did this story and kept it authentic. You know, she didn't do a quick fix of everybody is getting married to have a paper. You know, everybody's taking a certain route to get legal, and even towards the end, you know, there's no real solution that was happening as far as Patsy's legal status. And sometimes it happens that way. I know people who were here for 25 years before they were able to get legal status. So it's she was authentic in that, because everybody think it's always quick. It's not. And you know, sometimes family member pass away, and sometimes you never get to go back home because you might have lost your life and you become a Jane Doe, you know, and they just put you in a box because you have no identity. So it's so much things about this that I feel like people who don't understand what immigrants go through, illegal immigrants, should read this and get another perspective of what it's like, and how it's not easy, and living in a one room, not even an apartment, a one room with someone else, and sharing a bed with someone else. And you know, that's the life, and that's not the life for temporary. We're talking people going through that for years. And I just feel there's so much in this story that I hope a lot of people pick this up for book clubs, because I was fortunate to have Mel, that as we are reading, going through the story, we are talking, we're discussing, we're having feelings towards this. And I think it is perfect for that. And I definitely want other people to read it, because I think this is something I want to keep talking about, keep going back to things that happened in this. And if you can't tell, this is a definitely 5-star read. I don't have no problem. The writing was great. The patois was so good. Certain patois that I haven't heard in years, and I was cracking up, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't remember saying that so long ago, you know. And I think she did her research. She kept it honest, truthful in although some part was bittersweet to hear about my own culture. It was necessary. So yeah, I am going to, you know, end this here. This is going to be a long vlog, so I hope you guys got to the end. But it's something that I feel this strongly about this story, and I absolutely recommend it. And if you've read it, how did you feel? And you know, what did you take away from it? Because you know, there's so many themes in here. That what did you take away from that was more gripping to you, you know, overall for the story? So yes guys, I am gonna end this, and you know, thanks for watching, and hope you like the taste test with Mel, you know, the keto taste test. And yeah, so thanks. And you know, maybe next time I get Mel to sit down and, you know, in a video, you know, so she's on the sideline saying hey. So anyway, thanks for watching guys, and have a good day. Bye.